merch? Our merch.
Our merch.
We're go for the moon.
Loud and clear.
Take her down.
Here we go, Ben. You ready?
I sure am. Been waiting a long time for this.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Only 12 guys have seen this view.
Day 1 DOD mission report.
I gotta document this. Nate says he never snores in his sleep. Now I got proof.
Houston, how does the motion sensor work?
Yeah?
Yeah. We've been experiencing unexplained malfunctions.
You have been voting.
You have on our double duos.
Look at this. Flag's gone.
Tracks. They aren't ours. They lead away from our site. Mike, you're picking up interference. I've never heard anything like it.
So, the double duos, this time for this Reactorama, which we have stopped numbering due to my lack of ability to count.
Restoring communication needs to be priority 1. Without that, we're not going home.
What the hell is going on?
Looks like the hull's insulation is damaged. Something's moving. Something's inside my suit. Nate!
What happened out there? Infection is spreading.
Stop! Nature kills fuck! We know where you live.
It's kind of cool because we get the geographical location of where you are. Don't worry, we can't actually figure out exactly where you live, but it's pretty awesome that we can see roughly where you are, either in the country or in the world. Cheers, DB. We know that one was you.
This is Apollo 18. Do you copy?
Oxygen's getting low.
Anyone, please!
Nothing else out here.
Yeah, so we're going to watch Apollo 18.
You voted, we're watching, and guess what?
Open the hatch.
Oh, God!
Thank you, T-Shirt Studio. I said I'd give a shout out because there was a printing issue with my first T-shirt, and within 2 days my new one came, so I am very, very impressed.
It was only a minor one though, wasn't it? It was just discoloured.
Oh yeah, it was literally just where the colour had obviously run out, and in the ink, like the ink cartridge had just run out, but it was so quick, such a quick turnaround from the minute that I sent that email to say like, any chance this could be rectified, to 2 days later, at my door. Postman's like, for God's sakes, woman, stop ordering things.
It is proper. It's like.
And it's proper. It's proper. There's no
premium,
doubt about it. It's premium.
comfy. Smells nice. What a lot of new T-shirts don't.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, you'd think that this bit's uncomfortable.
Yeah,
but it's not.
No.
So, thank you, T-Shirt Studio.
Also, DB for actually creating a really badass logo that looks great on T-shirts. We will arrange for you to have a producer one. Oh, do you want to turn around?
Do I want to turn around?
Turn
I'm
around.
not sure if anybody can see it.
Yes. Yeah, look at that. Articulate warbling co-host.
Woo! So, now, when we go shopping, everybody stares at us.
I mean, I haven't experienced that yet. I think people do that to me anyway. You said, yeah.
It's really bad, though.
Why?
Everyone's like,
well, if you
because the thing is they're trying to figure out if that person on the
It's
T-shirt is
you.
actually you.
it's either are you that egotistical that you wear your own face, or what are you marketing?
I'm marketing my own face. I am that egotistical, and I don't care.
I mean, it gets the word out about the podcast. If it's any new subscribers, you know, that's the whole point of wearing it. People go, because I remember when I wore a Neat Your Keyboard shirt, and they're like, oh, I love that band. I'm like, it isn't a band. And it was like, I love that band. I'm like, it isn't a band. They're like, well, what is it then? I went, it's my book. No, that's a really good band. No, it's my debut book, you fucking knob jockey. But he was actually turned out to be a street homeless guy who just wanted to blag a free ticket. But
shout out to my mum, who doesn't watch our videos, but does in fact vote now if we make her do so. So cheers, mum.
I love how it's
Trying to do it for these guys.
Usually in movies it looks so fake when they try and capture the graininess of old footage.
Oh, right, yeah.
They've done it to sections. I think they've actually used old cameras. It's not just done it. And it spies it with actual footage of those supposed missions. It's quite clever. Would you want to go to space?
Me?
What's the appeal?
Discovery?
But we don't get further than the fucking moon
Well, we do, just...
Bringing Christmas lights back?
as robots
No, not me.
and drones, not humans. It's quite fitting because it's nearly Christmas. It's so eerie, just creeps me out.
John,
And if it's about the moon.
Isn't it weird how when they're on the moon, the Earth looks like the moon?
I know.
From,
It's
like...
it's
It's so weird.
It's that weird distance. That's the horizon, your planet.
Yeah.
But do you know what I find really weird about our planet?
4 days, 6 hours, 33
When you
minutes.
get on the moon, you're just on the surface straight away. Just straight away. It's just a huge rock, whereas here we have it's like a layering,
Yeah,
isn't
we do
it?
have layers and layers. Got an atmosphere, haven't we?
Yeah.
To the rim, it's a pretty rocky area.
It weirds me out, but that like our Earth is reduced to what the moon is in essence.
25 forward.
Honestly, sounded like you said we don't want anyone catching COVID. I think you knew about it back then.
I think it just was born from us, dirty humans.
It came from bats.
I know, but I just want an excuse to hate humanity.
Okay, fair enough.
Don't blame Batman, that's not fair. He's not supernatural.
Poor beggar.
I've lost my family, is that not enough? No, you're blaming me for COVID. The Joker's just laughing. You killed everyone. Shut up! You caused COVID. Cool out salute. Could accuse him of being a rusky. He was very...
A better view of our deaths, I bet. COVID in a hurry.
You'll turn into COVID curry. I just love it. For a low budget movie, how they've captured this.
Is it?
Very low budget.
Yeah.
From what I recall.
Quite a well-known film as well. For a low budget. You don't tend to hear a lot about a low budget.
No, this film just came out of nowhere and was in the cinemas for about a week and then it disappeared again. But it made...
But I heard of it.
I
I'm
know.
not saying something.
I know, and it's made a lot of money back. I don't think the director has done anything else since. I think he's like, I've made enough from this, it's fine.
Let's go fishing. Looks like a little lake, doesn't it? Like a pond.
Walker,
I want to make a movie about an astronaut who came back and got addicted to snorting moon salts.
That's actually pretty good.
It's on the menu tonight.
And he kept having weird hallucinatory like glimpses to the future.
Minutes later, I'm in the bathroom taking a leak.
Did you say jalapenos?
Jalapeno nonsense on my hands. I can't believe you haven't heard that story.
Jalapeno dick.
That's what I'd tell you to do though. If you had that issue, I would literally just get a glass of milk and dip them in there.
Every time.
It's like a hammock, isn't it?
I'm in space with someone who fucking snores. I can't get away from it.
No, it's not like you can like go into another room, is it? I never know where to look.
I always think like that's why they have psych evaluations. Like if it's going to tip you over the edge, if your commander's going to be snoring too loud.
Yeah, but you don't know what's going to tip you over the edge after a certain amount of months.
Yeah.
Like if they did a psych evaluation on me right now, and it was like, is it somebody going to tip you over the edge if they snored? I'd be like, no, I'm cool.
Yeah.
But give me 3 months with them, and I probably would. I think I've lulled myself into a false sense of security with this film. I think I've sat there and I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna be bothered by it, and it's probably gonna shit me up.
Sexy pajamas, guys.
They're proper long johns, aren't they? Like fuck. What the fuck is that?
You got that? Just a chicken.
I'm up.
Chicken.
Enough noise.
We just tuned into the radio. Went, yeah, it's fine. It's a character beat as well as
Yeah.
It's a jump scare, but a character thing. So
But I didn't really jump. Maybe a little bit.
it's like baby food, isn't it? But
Very
Did you remember
constituted
my
shit.
sample?
have they not found a way yet to take
One of my
fresh food
samples.
up there? It just
Well,
won't
it went
survive.
last.
No,
What is it?
it's a lunar rock.
But you bagged and tagged everything, so it's got in there without.
Stuff in this is much more beautiful and it's low budget than Ad Astra could achieve if it's like 100 million budget.
It just goes to show how money is and everything. In a lot of things.
And I think budget was on fucking Brad Pitt's fucking trailer and his jumps.
Impact crater.
Feel that?
I think you're laughing at something that I would normally be shouting at right now. And I think that's the fact that it is horror movie rule number one. Do not follow something.
I know, it doesn't matter if you're an explorer on another planet, it's impossible. If it's an indication it shouldn't be there, you don't follow it. This is why I think you'll like the Scream movies, because it literally pulls apart all the conventions and makes them...
What's happened? Maybe I should be called Zach and you should be called Laura. Because I'm for once not really that bothered that he's following the tracks because I want to know. Normally I'm like, no, because I don't want to see it. Holy shit indeed.
It's Russian because it looks like it's from a steampunk comic. Careful,
Where
COVID.
racism started.
Yeah, this is where the hate of Russians started. The Russians still got it in their bonnet about Russia, haven't they?
Nobody knows about it.
If you think about it, everybody's got some form of chip on their shoulder. Haven't they?
Yeah, nationally, universally.
We all have. We've all got something that if you press that button, we will flip.
Something's not right.
This film's so beautiful.
I don't even care about the storyline. I don't. I'm just like watching it like, wow.
It's so real though, isn't it? It's like they've actually gone to the moon and made it.
It's a documentary.
It's so subtle, yeah. Subtle touches,
Lights are off.
nuances. I think the thing with big Hollywood films, they overthink it, don't they?
Yeah, and they put too much money into it
Yeah.
because they're like, oh, I've got to put so much money
We need
into
to put them on wires and really have them.
Yeah. And actually, that's not required. I'm more hooked to this than I think I ever have been in any space movie. Oh,
Life.
except for Life, yeah, that was very good. But you can't tell me that had the same budget as like Ad Astra and that.
No.
Well,
It's
see?
relatively
See?
smaller.
This might be lower, but
Yeah.
still you can see the difference. Because there's been an alien in there, so get the fuck out. Least of your worries.
What the hell?
Those Russians, they're hiding. They want to hijack a spaceship.
You've probably been treading on the dead body for the last 20 minutes.
I don't like this.
What's this soft stuff underneath my feet? That's a body, you moron.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, why? What happens when you go into a crater? You can't get back out.
Wait, Ben.
The temperature goes.
Oh, it literally gets cold.
Yeah.
This is what they were saying
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
Now I get it. That made me jump. Give me a flashlight. Uh-oh. It's successfully on edge. I don't like it.
Get out of there.
Oh, God. Oh, I don't like it. I can feel the tension in your arm.
Get out of there.
Okay, yeah, alright. I'm heading back up. Holy shit!
I could feel it. Your arm was getting heavier and
I
heavier on my leg.
I really couldn't remember it.
Oh, yeah, but you knew it was coming. So did I. I haven't seen it.
Shit, you killed him.
It's okay, Hot. You're not going to die.
Someone died up here.
Oom-pa-pa.
You balls fall out of your trousers. Give me some milk.
Crack! I've got long johns on for a reason.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just tense as fuck.
It is.
You just don't know what's going to happen next. What's going to happen?
Well, I've got an idea, but it doesn't make me any less tense.
What's the percentage there's going to be an alien of some sort?
I mean, could you imagine if you watched a whole space movie and there was no alien involvement at all? What the fucking point was that? Like, why? Either no oxygen or aliens or both. Like, there is no point in a space movie without that.
Yeah, I know.
It took him ages to wake up. That scared the shit out of me. My phone rang earlier and I'm like, oh! And he's like, oh, what happened?
Big space helmet.
He's still a fucking sleep. What, he drugged? I think this guy's hard of hearing. Everything they say is like, say again.
It makes you think, is he in something?
I don't think who is the word, I think it's what. There was something in his helmet. Kind of feels like it's only been on for 5 minutes, but also feels like it's been on for 5 years. Sign of a good film, I suppose.
Warning, viewer discretion is advised. This next scene may be distressing. You were warned.
It's moving. Get it out. Get it out. I got it. It's coming. Damn it, better get it out!
You feel your thoughts?
Fermented.
There was me expecting an alien to jump out. Like another one that had got in there, was still sitting in there, and it was him. That was pretty cool. That was really fucking cool.
Good editing. And it's as simple as him just shaking his head and the makeup and the lighting and the camera and speeding it up a bit and chopping it. You want to eat my rock? Which is my cock.
You look like crap, mate.
I've got my hammer! Fuck you! The thing is, if you throw it at it, it'll just float.
So I think your family needs you, mate. But you know, we'll let your family know you died a hero.
You got it! You got it!
What an arse hat! Knob jockey!
We'll stay on the line until you die.
That's like calling 999, saying I'm dying, and then saying to you,
I'll stay on the phone.
I'll stay on the phone till the ambulance gets there, but never sending the ambulance.
Yeah.
It's like exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick.
But yeah, military and strategists like this, I think, to be honest, they sent them up there for this sole reason. It's like a retcon game. What is it called? It's basically
Suicide mission.
yeah.
Do it. He's dead now. Do it.
They obviously know it's highly contagious, and if you come in contact with it, you're fucked. So, for good reason they're going to leave it, but still it's...
The voyage of Apollo dramatized its risk. The men of Apollo.
I remember they left it so long, and I'm like, where's the director? Where's the director? Max that guy, remember, they're trying to make out it's real. Gonzalo Lopez Gallego. Gonzalo Lopez Gallego. How would you pronounce it?
Gonzalo Lopez Gallego, yeah.
Yeah, did you like it?
That's fucking sensational.
It's good, isn't it?
But again, it's not really horror.
No.
And this is the thing, is that I enjoy films that are survival, thriller. I don't mind a few, like, sharp shocks and jump scares.
And you've got a thing about revised history as well, don't you?
Yeah.
We've both got a thing where history is at a different angle and slant.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it is such a good film.
But it's 100%, like, you look at it and go, there is truth in it, almost.
Well, yeah, because it makes you question of all these secret operatives and how many, like, it does. It's just clever, isn't it? It's cleverly written. It's cleverly...
I mean, a lot of people would watch, like, this and be like, oh, and they're all, like, flat earthers and all of that.
Yeah.
And I haven't got time for...
Conspiracy theorists,
I haven't got time for shit like that. But there is part of me that does think, like you said, like, when it says the body was never recovered, it's like, why?
But why not? Yeah.
Sometimes that just happens,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I do fully understand that, and I'm not like conspiracy.
No, I know.
theory and
like
like
you
that.
think about certain military operations, and they turn around and go, it was a need-to-know basis and our men went in and did it and their bodies weren't recovered. There's always a look of you going,
were they?
but why?
Well, either were they recovered but we don't know about it, or why weren't they recovered? Is it because it was impossible to recover them, or is it because actually you're trying to hide something here?
Like, I mean, I do believe that there's an Area 51. Not where they tell us that it's supposed. I do believe that there's a lot of secrets hidden from us in general, and not in a conspiracy way. Like, oh my God, we've got ET in a fridge. But there are certain elements that I think that for us to know in the general masses, like general Earth, it would be too sensational and too phenomenal for our little minds to. It would blow our reality.
But I think the thing is there are things that we do have. We do have things in fridges. I'm not necessarily saying extraterrestrial.
No,
But there's a lot of, especially around the current pandemic, there's a lot of conspiracy around that at the moment. And actually, when you do think about it, how have we lived man with bat for this long without having caught this COVID?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it comes out of nowhere. And there is that. And that, I'm not sitting here saying that somebody's right or somebody's wrong.
Or someone's weaponised it, which is the biggest thing to begin with.
But I'm not saying any of that. All I'm saying is there are things in this world we don't know about as normal human beings. And there's a reason why we don't know those things. But I think watching this film, it's like, it's scary. I think the thing is, it's not a horror, but it is scary to think that there is probably a lot of truth.
A lot of truth that there are so many missions that are catalogued and documented that were meant to be certain big events for us as discoverers and humans, and then everything went to the wayside and they're like, we're not releasing this to anyone, we need to keep this secret. And I think that whole notion is very clever.
Yeah.
It's well written. Can you hit play, see who wrote it as well? Because you don't really think about someone writing a found footage film like this, but a lot of it is in the writing. Ryan Miller, I have to give him that. Clever idea, well executed, it's beautiful. Also, it's so fucking tense. And talking upon not just like relatable things. And I know that when this came out, generally movies like this, you go in knowing it's fake, don't you?
Yeah.
You go in knowing it's fake now. Found footage is a genre now. Yeah. Whereas when Blair Witch came out and other found footage films like that, people were like, I'm in an hour in, and like the marketing behind it was trying to convince you it was real.
Well, that's the thing. It's the same as when Paranormal started coming out.
Yeah.
Everyone was convinced that they are saying that it is, it's fiction, but it is actually fact.
Yeah.
And actually, it is one of those things where again you watch this and you go, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. What they're offering us may be fictionalizations, but it's centered on a certain truth that you know could be inherently.
I mean, it's probably fiction. It's probably based on a conspiracy theory.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I'm not necessarily saying I disagree with
the
theory.
No, me too. All the flat earthers are going to be following us now.
Well, yeah, okay, maybe not. But it's just you watch it and you know in the back of your mind you're like, this isn't real.
Mm.
But it's hard to.
It's the way it's fashioned, and one as compelling, and as this is just done so fucking well.
Fantastically.
As a film, how the cinematography, the execution, the camera shots. It's also the most realistic use of found footage ever, because a lot of the times it's really like, oh my God, like holding the phone, like screaming. Yeah. Whereas they've got a little bit of leeway here, because you notice when the man was arguing, basically saying like, oh, we're going home, and he's waiting for him to dock. Yeah. The camera is just floating in zero gravity, and it's like, that's clever. Yeah. So then you give it like different angles that is different from a man going, where's David?
I think the only thing about it that I didn't like, and that this isn't anything against the film, it's the fact that I loved life so much.
Yeah.
Is that I wanted more alien activity.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I thought, if we just had a bit more alien activity, it would have just.
I agree, because the thing with life is they introduce the alien so early, and then it just morphs and grows and grows, and so many
whereas
senses.
This was like building up to the actual
just the actual seeing the actual. But I think the ingenuity of it that makes it forgivable is this is why I think it's really clever. The aliens are with us from the beginning. That's what I really like.
We just don't know.
Yeah, that's what I really like. Taking an inanimate object or something that is inanimate, and then it's like, no, this is actually the lunar surface is built up of all these creatures that are camouflaged and that are the structure of the. It's ingenious.
But the thing is it's reality in some respects. When you look at octopi in the sea, they camouflage themselves in order to not be seen, so that they can eat their prey because they're good predators. You look at
they squirt black ink because they want to get away from certain other predators. No, this has nothing to do with it, but you know what I mean.
There's, when you look at lions and tigers and other big wild animals, they camouflage themselves.
Yeah.
Chameleons change to the same colour of their surroundings because there's a reason for that.
Yeah, they're rapey little fuckers and they'll get their leg over the other lizard.
But that's the thing, is when you think about that, you think that in that sense is true.
Yeah.
Things camouflage themselves to either protect themselves from predators or to catch their prey, which is why this worked as well as it did, because it camouflaged itself as being an inanimate object and then isn't.
And I mean, it also opens up so many floodgates of like even more conspiracy theories. Are they camouflaging because they know they're collecting samples, or are they genuinely just like that on the lunar surface?
Yeah, exactly.
So it has all this.
Constantly, you're asking questions all the way through, but not questions like, why would you do that? Why are you so stupid? I know we had that a couple of times, but it's not that.
It's compelling because at the end of the day, their mission is to discover. I know I said, oh, it may be your mission, but you wouldn't do that. But it's just driven by compelling characterizations, like little moments, like so specific moments where that little boy interrupts a recording of the music he takes with him. Little moments like that just. It gives weight to the characters that you care a lot, and you feel yourself falling in, not in love, but you're so engrossed and attached to them, and that is the strength of not usually the strength of these films. They get picked off like fucking flies, and you're like, I don't care. I loved it. I actually liked it more than I did in the cinema.
I mean, I was worried because I went in quite complacent, thinking like, whatever, not bothered because it's space, and I thought I was going to be when that hit me, I thought, shit, I'm going to be fucked up by this, and I wasn't.
I think this is an underappreciated gem. Like you said, when it came out, you heard of it, but it's kind of gone silent. No one really talks about it.
Mum hadn't heard of it, but I'd heard of it. I knew. So I mean, obviously Apollo, it's space. I didn't actually know it was like a horror type film.
No.
I thought it was a more. I mean, it was thriller really, but I thought it was a more Ad Astra type thriller rather than an alien, scary horror type thing. But how many stars?
I remember giving it 4. I've nudged it up to a 5.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You don't sound convinced.
No. I was thinking, was it 3 or 4?
Well, I couldn't tell because you were like.
Actually, I think it was 3. So that means I'm going to bump it up an extra star to a 4.
Oh yeah.
That's a good 4.
I'm going to give it a 5.
Really?
Yeah.
You liked it that much?
Yeah, I did.
Would you recommend this to others and go,
Absolutely.
I think you really should?
Absolutely. If you can deal with 3, 4 jump scares.
Yeah.
They weren't really jump scares. They were just like shit moments. My heart went, but my heart goes through thrillers and survival films anyway.
More so than the classic, like, I've got a chainsaw.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, absolutely. 5 stars from me. 4 stars from you.
I mean, now you've said it, I've got to give it 5 to join you.
No, you can't join me.
It just looks nice. It just looks nice though. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like it's lacking because it needs a little bit more oomph because it deserves it.
I don't know, because I thought about it and I thought 4 or 5, I don't know. And I thought you were going to think that I was going to say like maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, I really thought you were going to say 3.
Exactly. But I think the thing is I've got like a hair. It's attached to your arm, but it's tickling my... There it is. I got it. It was tickling my arm, but it was on your elbow. Every time you moved, I was like... I had a feeling that you thought that I was going to give it like a 2 or a 3, like quite a low rating. But... even though I said there wasn't enough alien activity, it's still 5 stars because the thing is, it had me hooked. I wasn't bored. I wasn't sitting there going, how long is left? I mean, I did check at one point, but it wasn't because I was like, oh.
Well, the thing is, I felt that, if you feel me, I'm really clammy. It made me clammy throughout.
I can tell when you sweat more, you're. But the thing is that first jump scare, your arm was getting heavier and heavier and heavier because you were getting tenser and tenser. And like, obviously, everybody would have seen previously my face when it was flashing, waiting for that that Russian cosmonaut.
It's just so...
Because I'm like, oh no, I know it's coming.
Yeah, you know it's coming, but it's so fucking effective. And as much as you try and prepare yourself for it, like me, that's probably the wet leadenness. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just, but you can tell because I can feel under your arm,
Yeah.
my leg's on your leg. I can feel you getting clammy. I can feel my heart going, and I'm like, oh, and that's what. If I can watch a film and I feel afterwards like it gives me that energy, and I'm like, if I can feel that, then it's got to be a top.
Well, you can tell about the enthusiasm about us talking about it. Unlike certain previous it's awful. But no, yeah, 5 stars most definitely. I really want him to figure out if he's done anything else. I really don't think he has.
Oh, we'll have to have a little research, won't we?
A little free search.
A free search online. Ooh. But yeah, anyway, that was Reactorama number whatever. And yeah. It was the Reunited Reactorama.
It was Reunited Reactorama. And we are back, baby, bitches, ladies and gents and germs.
Hopefully we won't have any more time apart from each other because...
Yeah, it wasn't the best of things. Oh yeah, one little addition. Don't buy anything from Forbidden Planet via the online website. I know it's an independent bookstore, but in all honesty, if you're selling books that are worn and torn and have been sitting on the shelves and have been leafed through loads of fucking kids and all that, sell them for a much more reduced price. I think the appeal for me was they were cheap for signed books, but I mean... They packaged this like it was like pass the fucking parcel as if to make out, oh, we look after our books, receive them, and they're in the worst condition I've ever seen. And it was like overkill.
I have an opinion.
Go on.
First of all, that's not the worst condition you've ever seen.
No.
And you know that.
Amazon.
That's a massive over-exaggeration.
Amazon.
Second of all, I think you've got complacent in life, having had received such good quality books. You've got to remember that it is an independent bookstore, and if they are struggling during COVID, I'm not saying you're wrong.
But Forbidden Planet is huge.
But people are still. I mean, bloody Topshop's gone down. So if Topshop is struggling, you can't tell me that Forbidden Planet isn't sitting there going, shit, how are we going to do this?
That's why I wanted to buy the books from him, because it's going towards them.
But then what I think you need to remember is that maybe they don't have the money to get new stock in to send to you.
No, probably not.
So all they can do is send you stuff.
And those are the stocks that they obviously had left that were signed. Sorry, Forbidden Planet, I'm being a petulant, greedy little bitch.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I just think maybe we get a bit complacent because we're like, we get a bit cocky, don't we? Because we're like, oh well, all of my books from Amazon most of the time come in pristine condition, and I think we do. We forget that actually these places are trying to just make a living for themselves.
Also, people with beef against Amazon, I understand when it comes to the employee aspect, but can you stop trying to translate that when it comes to their print-on-demand printer service? It's really tiring now. It's really boring.
I think the point is, from our point of view, is from a Sweatdrop Press point of view, not from an Articulate Warbling point of view.
Which is one and the same thing.
It is, just different logos. I think the point is, from our point of view, is the fact that without Amazon, we wouldn't have the books out that we do. Zak wouldn't be the published author that he is, and we wouldn't have the authors that we do have. So, you know, you have to kind of support Amazon in order to support us.
And our writers.
Indeed.
Anyway.
I think we've warbled enough.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you for the next one, which will be... Scream trilogy.
Absolutely.
Special.
Yeah.
You in the mood for it?
I think so. I mean, not right now, but...
Not right now.
I've got to cook dinner.
She's got to cook dinner. And then by the time that's done, it'll be I'm a Celebrity time. Oh, well. No more crying.
But what if somebody goes that I don't want to go?
You just follow them on social media and tell them how much you like them and support them, and you're really pissed off that they got...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot social media exists.
You look like you're going to cry.
No, I'm alright. Right. Bye, guys.
Not my tits, the t-shirt. Bye.